Hey guys! So today I'm going to be doing my persuasive speech for you, and the point of a persuasive speech is to influence your audience or listeners to share your point of view on a certain topic. So with that, I would like to present you with the idea of a better society here in the United States, and this will be based on considering or reconsidering your view on incarcerating addicts. Right now, possession alone is illegal in the United States. So with addiction, they usually have some sort of drug with them. And with something being illegal, usually we put people in places like prison, jail, and we use probation a lot. Unfortunately, that doesn't really work a lot of the times. I personally know that because I have an older sister who has been in and out of jail and on and off of drugs for about 8 years now. And it's not the jail's fault, it's not our system's fault that she does drugs, but as fellow citizens, we should want the rest of the people in our society to be able to have a second chance and contribute towards our society. So with that, today I'm going to be discussing with you guys not only the addiction and how it is and is not being treated in our prison system, and how we can improve that current system. So imprisoning addicts that don't receive much care when they are getting treatment, stuff like that, it can be very negative. And some research that is done by the American Health Association, only 11% of those incarcerated addicts are given treatment for their condition, whereas this other 89% are either given little to no medical attention at all, with the assumption that as time goes by in their sentence, so will their addiction. That is not true. No matter how long someone is off of drugs without treatment, they will usually go right back. And imprisoning those addicts and giving them no help while they're in there, they're forced to go through things such as cravings and withdrawals with no help, which can be very dangerous to their physical health. Things are minor, like sweating and twitching, but there are some more serious things that can happen in withdrawals. For alcoholism, an example, if they are not given medication while going through their withdrawals, they can actually experience seizures, and the seizures can even cause them to die. Death is not fun. Over 72,000 lives in the United States per year are taken from drug addiction, including alcoholism. And although all of those are not because of our prison system and the rules that they have, I would like to make this number as close to zero as possible. There's no reason why we should be losing such a big population of people because they're not receiving help with what's going on. And I think that this can all be fixed with criminal justice reform. So with the criminal justice reform I'm presenting to you, I'd like you to think about these numbers right here. Sorry. According to a report that I found by the Prison Policy Initiative, which is a nonprofit group, they gave this information to the Oxford Treatment Center. It says in 2017, 1 in every 5 incarcerated person faces a drug charge, and of those, 456,000 were just held for a non-violent drug offense, which can include possession. So they did nothing wrong besides having that certain item on them. If we could all get prisons to enact a mandatory monitoring system, even something as small as that, such as a detox service when they first enter, which is actually suggested by the National Institute of Drug Abuse, we could see things such as consistent law breaking and the revolving door of in and out of jail break, and we can even integrate those people back into our society, because people with a record usually they're not favored when they're looking for jobs. So once these people are out of jail, one of the reasons they go back onto drugs without getting that help is because they have nothing to do when they're back out. So we do have some prison systems in place, such as there's one jail in Massachusetts that took a whole wing of its jail, kept the cells and everything, but took a whole wing and contributed it straight to this specific thing, which is treatment and not imprisonment. They took off the doors and stuff like that to make it feel more as a treatment center, but they have actually seen over half of their population inmate count disappear since they've had this program, and I think it's been about 2 years. So in 2 years, they've seen half of their inmate count disappear just because of this. And they even noted that most of the people that they were seeing in there for drugs, usually before their system started, were coming in and out, and it was kind of a vicious circle. Whereas once those people got treatment in their center, they rarely saw them ever again. That's awesome, because our U.S. prison system costs about $80 billion a year, and of the people who are imprisoned each year, or in general, 46% of those are drug offenses. So if we take that 46%, which is a little less than 50, almost half of our people in jails right now are because of drugs, we could see a big reduction in taxpayer dollars going to prisons, and a lot of law breaking stop, and even help people become a part of our society and work into our society so we can boom even further. Thinking of all that, at the beginning I did offer you an opportunity to improve our society, and I've since shown you effects on the addicts in our prison system, such as like lack of medical attention, cost to taxpayers, and what it could look like if we did reform the laws. Now, every voice does count. I know you think you may have a small voice, and we don't have any laws that are trying to be passed right now, but everything does start with something as small as a petition, and I have included a link to that, which you don't have to sign, you don't have to do anything with, but even if you would like some more information, this is what the website looks like. It has all of the information on what they are trying to do, the petition they are trying to pass to get a law like this going. And if you agree with it, awesome. Right here, you click on it, sign it. If you don't, at least you can say you're informed. It shows here over 30,000 people have signed it, and they only need 50,000 to get to the Senate Judiciary Committee. So all I'm asking here is if you guys would help change our country for the better. Thank you for listening.